Hello again, and welcome back to my ongoing review of the Mars Hydro TS600 grow light. Now, if you watch my channel, 3 weeks ago I set the light up. I did an unboxing and a basic introductory review, and I decided to test the light out against another grow light which I have. I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison, and the plants that I decided to grow were two chilies. These are Hot Orange Wonders. They're from the same seed packet. They're sown in the same size pot, two 10-inch pots. The pots are filled using the same compost from the same compost batch. Both plants are in the same room, so they're subject to the same ambient temperatures. The only difference is one is under a set of red, green and blue grow lights, which I have, and one is under the Mars Hydro TS600 grow light. They've been given the same amount of water at the same time, and they've been given the same nutrient boost at the same time. So fundamentally there's no difference between how these plants are set up to grow, apart from the fact that one of them is growing under the multicolored LED which I have, and one is growing under the Mars Hydro TS600. So we'll have a look at the first chili. Now this is the one which is growing under the multicolored LED light, and you can see it looks quite healthy. I have two issues with both plants, which are a small amount of aphids, which I'm managing to keep under control just by manually checking the leaves and removing them when I see them, because there's not that many. So I haven't been using any sprays on these. And the second issue is I've had a few of the flowers drop off. And I sought some advice on this, and I was advised it was possibly a watering issue. So I've tried to correct that, and hopefully we'll get some more nice blossoms. But this is the one that's growing under the multicolored LED. It looks healthy, it looks strong to try and encourage pollination, and that was the second issue that was brought up. Apart from watering, it might actually be a pollination issue. So I have been using a little brush, sometimes my finger. Sometimes I've just been giving a shake, but you can see the plant is strong. It's supposed to be a bush type of plant. There's some, I'll do a close-up now in a second. I've got one open flower here on the top, and you can see there's some, let me just get a closer look at that. There's some new blooms coming out there. Okay, so that's the multicolored grow light. Let's have a look at the Mars Hydro TS600. And here's the orange bush wonder that's growing under the Mars Hydro TS600. And you can immediately see what a difference that light has made. It's just incredible how much bushier this plant is. You'll also notice that it has a lot more blooms. Now this plant was subject to the same issue I have on the other one, which was the flowers are dropping off. But again, I'm trying to correct the watering and the pollination problem. But you can actually see this plant, apart from being bushier, has a lot more flowers coming out. A lot more. And as I say, the only difference between this plant and the other plant is the light that they're growing under. Everything else is the same. The room, the temperature, the amount of water they get, the amount of feed they get, the length of time. Oh, that's another consistent factor. The lights are left on for exactly the same amount of time. Again, there's some evidence of, you can see those little spots there. That's the aphids. So this is the orange bush wonder, which is growing under the Mars Hydro TS600. Now I'm just going to put both of them side by side so you can have a better look. Okay, so the plant on the left is the one which is grown under the multicolored LEDs, and the plant on the right is the one which is grown under the Mars Hydro TS600. You can see that the Mars Hydro TS600 is taller, it's stronger, it's bushier, and it has got more flowers. I'd think for 3 weeks that's an incredible difference. But what I'll do is I'll do an update again in another 2 weeks, and we'll see how they're doing then. Okay, as always, thanks for watching. Bye for now.